Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night and it's time for Super Geeked Up!
Super Geeked Up!
Yep. All right, what's up everybody? My name is Jeff. This is Super Geeked Up, your live geeky pop culture show. Thank you so much for watching. If you've never seen us before, we're going to do a mix of geeky chat discussion and some fun improv games, geek-themed style though. So we have some awesome people on today. We have two, just not one, but two guest co-hosts. They are from Points of Interest podcasts, Francis Fernandez and Josh Hawks. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. What's up?
Hey, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. All right, and our very special guest, I'm very excited to have her on. She is from Star Trek Deep Space Nine as Kira Nerys, Nana Visitor. Hi.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Woo! Good. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to be here.
That was excellent hooting and hollering, by the way, at the beginning.
I gave it my all.
It was excellent. Much better than most guests, so good job.
And it was impressive. You didn't say we have a special visitor and then have to say Nana Visitor. You did really, you thought it out. It was good. I liked
Actually, I didn't even think
good
of that.
Intro.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even think about that double word.
You should have lied right there. You should have totally lied.
I know. All right, I'm not that clever. Okay, anyway. We're going to talk to, well, Nana's going to be here the whole time, but we're going to talk more about her. We got a lot of questions already that you guys have sent in advance that we're going to ask her. We're going to do as many of those as we can. If you're watching live, you can still comment and ask questions throughout the show. That's a big part of our show is viewer interaction. So you got two ways you can do that. On YouTube, there's a chat right next to the video you're watching. You can type away in there, or you can tweet us at Super Geeked Up. We love hearing from you. Right now, though, we like to kick things off with what we call our Geek Tweet of the Week. Francis, what is that?
Our Geek Tweet of the Week. All right. Party people, let's say you went on an away mission and got stuck on a remote planet with one other person, and that person was someone from Star Trek. Which Star Trek character would you want to be stranded with? So go.
All right. Let's start with our special guest, Nana. Who would you choose if you were stuck on
I think I would choose Captain Janeway.
Oh.
I think Janeway, yeah. Because I've always wanted to know how to do a really good Russian accent. And I think she can do one.
Oh.
Wait, so you want somebody who can do a Russian accent?
Yeah. Okay, I'm mixing genres a little bit. Little Orange is the New Black, her new show.
Oh, I got it. Okay. No, that's cool.
Jeff, please follow me. Please. No, seriously. I've read her book and she is a fascinating person. But also Janeway herself. I really wanted to play Janeway. And I would have loved to have sat down on a desert island with Janeway.
Nice. That'd be an awesome conversation.
Yep.
We already have people watching live in our chat. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. We even have people. I know some people were tweeting me earlier. In
Ireland. Is Ireland there? Do you think they are? They can't be. It's too late.
I know one UK or Ireland person is Bunny, who you may know.
Bunny. Hi, Bunny.
She's watching right now.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, she said she will get up at 4 a.m. just to watch.
Oh.
Wow, that's early.
I love Bunny.
In the chat, Mark's Pile says his choice would be Data. I can say corny jokes and tell him they are actually funny to humans and he won't know the difference.
Good one.
True.
That's a good one.
Yes, I am sure. My answer is the same as what Victor Snyder said in the chat, and I would actually go with Jadzia Dax. And the reason is, well, first off, Dax I think is very intelligent. She can, she's very sciencey.
Oh, get to it, Jeff. Come on. She's very intelligent. That's why. That's why. At least be honest here. Come on. Okay. I'm going to call you out.
You think I was going to say that. Okay, yeah, she's very hot. That was not my reasoning, honestly. My main reasoning was, if you're stuck with someone, you can probably get sick of someone very fast. She has 8 lifetimes of stories. Like she would never run out of interesting stories to tell. That's why my reasoning was.
Not buying it, but go on.
She's
Yeah, and she's hot. There you are.
Ah, man, Nana's grilling me already. Jeez. All right. All right. Oh, and Victor says, okay, he's being honest. Both Daxes were hot. Meaning Ezri, I'm assuming is the other one he meant.
That's right.
Or maybe he means Curzon. He was.
Oh, jeez.
That could be.
You never know.
Don't
All
judge.
right, Josh. No, not at all. Josh, who would you choose?
I would have to go with a red shirt. Going back to what you were saying about you're going to be stuck with somebody for a long time. If you get sick of them, you know what he's going to miss a red shirt.
Oh, so sad. Yeah, I guess.
And if somebody's going to die, you know it's not going to be you.
Exactly.
That's a great point, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's see here. What else on our chat here? We have actually, so Connect Facto, who's our friend Ryan, he says we also have, he's from Canada. He says there's also an Australian, somebody from Australia watching right now. Thank you. Yes, we have people from all over the world watching. That's great. So he's also, by the way, he always likes making fun of me during the show. So he appreciates Nana doing that, he says.
Glad to oblige. I'll take care of that for you.
Francis, what's your choice?
You know what? Because Data was taken, I'm gonna go with Odo because he could probably turn into something that can get me off the island.
Good one.
Good
one.
Shift into a boat or something.
A boat.
You want to ride Odo? Is what you're saying?
No,
He's turned into like Jake the dog.
no. I'm saying like he's got some skills and he could get me off that island. So
Yeah.
I think I would go with Odo for sure.
I think he wins. I really think that's the right answer because he can even turn into Jadzia Dax.
Oh,
so there you go.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, nobody would ever want to be with except for her looks.
Possibilities are endless. I just know that. So. Thank you.
Yeah. Jeez, Terry Farrell's never come on now. All right. All right. On Twitter, I'm actually gonna get to one of the questions for you right now, Nana. This is actually one of the questions I had, but my viewer had the same question. He just tweeted in. This is Hunter's Realm, our good buddy Eros Orocha, who watches us regularly. If Kira had an episode with any character outside of Deep Space Nine, who would she choose? So, like a character, in a different Star Trek series that was not on DS9. Who would you have loved to have an episode with?
Yeah, Picard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That would have been great. Yeah. Whole episode. Something like Duet, where it's just two characters. Where it was me and Harris Yulin. I'd like it to be Picard and Kira. That would be cool.
That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would watch the hell out of that.
Yep.
All right, there's a trend started now here. Matt Furtado says he would choose T'Pol from Enterprise because she's hot. At least I admitted up front, Jeff. Well done.
Oh man, they're on you, Jeff. They're on you.
Yeah, I know. All right, so lots of chatting going on. I'll try to get to as much of it I can, folks. Thank you for being here live, though. We really appreciate it, and for tweeting in at Super Geeked Up. All right, that was our first geek tweet. Oh, hey, now it's time for our first game segment.
Oh, jeez.
Very appropriately titled "The Universal Translator." So yes, everyone is really excited about this game.
It's going to be painful. Let me just tell you, it's going to be really painful. All right, go ahead.
That she means is what she means. By
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. Okay.
Okay. So this is how this game works. We're gonna do a scene. Actually, we need your help, folks, if you're watching live. All right. So we need suggestions from you guys. First, let me tell you who's in this scene. Francis is going to play a Klingon. He just says a generic Klingon. I am going to be Jabba the Hutt. Okay. So we need a suggestion from you guys. Where could Jabba the Hutt and a Klingon be, or what could they be doing? All right. So start typing that away in the chat or Twitter. Some suggestions, and we'll get to those in a minute. So what's going to happen is Francis is going to speak in Klingon, and then Nana is going to translate into English what he supposedly just said.
Oh boy! And
then I will speak as Jabba the Hutt, and Josh will translate what I said, and we're going to keep going back and forth like that until we all die of embarrassment. All right.
Oh, it'll be quick.
Okay. So before we get to that, and I want to see what people on Twitter, At Tantive7 says about our Geek Tree question, he would actually choose Kira on an island because she survived the Cardassian occupation. I suck at survival skills. So there you go.
Well, that's a good one. I appreciate that. And that's
That makes
true.
sense.
I would be very handy, and I'm a good cook. So there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I could
actually,
do
yeah,
stuff
Francis,
with banana
yeah.
leaves and
Ooh,
yeah.
nice. Yes, Francis has a question, I think, based on that later. We're going to get to. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking at what we got. Let me read off some of these, and you guys, maybe we can all decide what we want to do here from these suggestions.
All right.
Chris Hadley says dinner. Major Hansel says they're in Paris. We could combine those two actually together. Victor Snyder says they're making a weapon. Johnny Pappas, the Klingons is the concierge at a hotel in Jabba, is looking for a restaurant recommendation.
Wow.
Kerry Johnson playing poker with Han Solo's life on the stakes. Ooh, yikes. That makes sense, though, actually, with Jabba. And, all right. Arguing over a parking space is what Dark Horse Central said. All right.
Look,
I kind of like the candlelight. What do you guys think, dinner one?
look, Valentine's Day is next week.
It is.
Kinda,
Okay. How about we'll combine Chris and Major Hansel? They're on a candlelight dinner in Paris. Of course, the most romantic city outside of Risa. Yeah. All right. So we have Francis the Klingon. It doesn't need to be your name. You don't have to be Francis the Klingon in the scene, but I'm just going to call you that.
That's fine.
It's a very Klingon-y name.
Yeah. Nothing says Francis for sure.
And Jabba the Hutt having a candlelight dinner in Paris. So Nana is translating for Francis the Klingon, and Josh is translating for me, Jabba.
All right.
Francis will kick us off.
All right. Taro, Paris, Taro. Escargot.
More blood wine with your escargot, Jabba.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ha! No, I'm full.
Carol, sick, cha, la, kapla.
You dishonor me by refusing my drink.
Oh,
Are you trying to get Jabba drunk?
Oh, jeez. Ka.
What?
Okay.
oh, 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 oh.
Ha! Wait, what?
Cheko, sukto, rock, taba.
Your mother has a smooth forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she did. She was a fine lady.
Karok, to, sobuk.
Don't you know when I'm insulting you, you moron?
Ho, ho, ho. Yo.
Ha ha ha. A little.
All right, we'll end it there. Excellent job, everybody.
Jabba just doesn't have the strength that I remember him having. He
It's the
gives in
alcohol.
so easily.
It's the alcohol.
It weakens him.
It did. It was those Klingon ridges. He was I don't know. He was fascinated by them.
That's right. Well, I get it. I do get it.
Oh, man.
So on the chat, Major Hansel was quoting your line, "Your mother has a smooth forehead." She enjoyed that.
Line.
Dakor Central says, "Nana sounds suspiciously good at Klingon too." Well, I guess at least good at translating what they would say. Yes, I think you were very Klingon-like in what you were saying.
Thank you very much. And a quick hello out to Major. I'm glad she's out there.
Yes. And she also said, "This is so romantic."
We do know how to set a real Valentine feel, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope they got you in the mood, folks, for next week.
Oh gosh.
And let's see here. Mark says Francis Klingon sounds legit. It really did. It's like one of the best I've heard, to be honest with you. He's really good.
Thank you.
Job was as good as your Klingon. I just kept laughing that's all I do. I just do a stupid laugh he does. All right. Excellent job. That was Universal Translator, folks. That's one of our favorite games. We got some more stuff we're going to do later on. We have another Geek Tweet. We have Real Plot or Not, which is another game we like to do. We got some Geeked Up news. But right now, we're going to talk more to Nana. Before we get to the questions that people have been sending and stuff, and all that stuff, why don't we get to what you currently have coming up? You were telling us right before we started the show. Well, you're about to start shooting a film.
Yeah, I'm shooting a film by Patrick Wang. He's writing and directing a film called A Bread Factory. And we're going to go into rehearsals in a couple of weeks for that. So I'm really excited. He's a real actor's director, writer. So he's had a film at Cannes. So I'm really, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun.
That's awesome. Can you say anything about the film at all or not yet? Like what it's about or?
It's so wild. It's actually, we're filming 2 films in one. I've never seen anything like it. There's a part 1 and part 2. So, and that's just the beginning of its quirkiness. It's unlike, it doesn't follow any rules. So it's going to be really fascinating to see how it all lands.
Sweet.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep.
So there's actually going to be 2 feature films made out of this. 2
feature films, yeah. It's weird.
And then they go back, like the films kind of go back to back.
Yeah, they connect. The story ends and starts back up in the second film.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. All right. Well, let's get to our questions now because we did have some awesome questions you guys sent in. Some of you are watching right now. Thank you very much from Facebook or Twitter that you sent these in. Let me ask one question of my own because it's going to tie into our first question here from a viewer. So I mentioned to you when we met at Northeast Trek on it, Deep Space Nine is actually my favorite series. And at the very beginning of season 1, I will be honest and actually say I didn't actually really like Kira, but that quickly changed. And as I watched when it was actually on the air, all 7 seasons, and I saw that what an amazing arc she went on, which is a testament to you and also the writers. She really is like an awesome, totally amazing character. Can you talk a little bit about that, like from your perspective, that arc, Kira? Like, what did you feel about her journey?
You know, one of the most difficult things to play is someone that is unlikable. You instantly want to make everybody likable and sympathetic. And I really had to toe a line with myself and, just put my nose to the grindstone and not pay attention to the fact that people were like, oh, who is this, woman? She's so unpleasant. And it's not what Star Trek does. And it's not that, but I knew what was intended and I knew what they wanted to achieve. And that takes time. And that was one of the serialized aspect of the show was new. And there really wasn't that much of it going on back then. And it was really important that I take the time to develop her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So that leads into a question from Kerry Johnson.
All right.
And he said, oh, sorry, that's Francis. I'm trying to steal your question. I'm sorry. You're supposed to. Yes, go ahead, please.
My question here. All right. Right, Nana. What did you not get a chance to do or explore during the show's run that you feel would have been fun/interesting to do if the show had continued?
I would have liked to find out that the intendant was taking over for Kira and making all kinds of serious mischief on the station. And maybe even in the war, that she was double agenting and doing that kind of stuff. I think that would have been a really cool storyline.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Double agent stuff is the best.
Yeah, exactly. And, you find Major Kira in some closet, tied up. And it's been the intendant the whole time, right?
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
The fan fiction writes itself.
Yeah. Let me get some live questions coming in here before we get back to our questions that I already sent in. Victor Snyder actually says, Nana, did you read for the role of Kira or another role when you were like auditioning, I guess, for DS9 is what he's asking.
I auditioned for a role on LA Law, which was a TV show on at the time, a very hot TV show. I watch LA Law. Yeah, I wanted the role really badly. And I remember the casting director coming out and saying, I don't want you for this. I want you for this other show. I'm going to have you in next week. And it was Major Kira. And I didn't really understand that it was a regular on the series. I thought it was a guest star, someone on the pilot who, didn't follow through. So I really didn't understand what I was reading for, but I loved the role because I couldn't tell whether it was a female or a male. And that really interested me. And no, I read for Major Kira.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And by the way, in the chat, we have people saying they love LA Law. So they got other fans of that show. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, it was a good show. I wanted that job so badly. But this one was better.
Yeah, I think it worked out.
Way.
On Twitter, Dezzles. Okay, so Dezzles and I have this ongoing debate because he loves DS9 too, and he says our debate is that Jadzia Dax is my favorite Dax, Ezri Dax is his favorite. So we have this debate. He says my main question: Nana, which Dax is the best Dax?
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you this. I worked for 6 years with Jadzia, but the fact that she came in and joined a family, it's not easy to do. Think of it. It's like moving high schools, really, and coming in senior year and trying to make friends. And she was spectacular at it and made her own mark. So I really don't have a favorite there. They're so different, so unique in their own ways.
Yes, I agree. They're both, and yes, Nicole did an absolutely fantastic job. It's not easy to come in like that and take over role. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Also on live chat, Mark's Pile says, how did you feel about how Odo and Kira's relationship ended in the series?
I wanted it to end that way. I didn't think it was realistic for them to, settle down and open a store on the promenade. It would have been wrong. He needed to go back to his, lake of people, and they loved each other and therefore wanted the best for each other. They started out as loving friends, and that's how they ended up. And I thought that was appropriate.
All right, let's go over to this question came from Facebook earlier today. This is from Anais. She says, well, first off, she says, wow, you're one of her childhood heroes. And then she says, if you knew, was there any human race or cultural group, if any, that the Bajorans were based on?
I'll tell you this. When I go to conventions, I've had all kinds of people from very disparate groups telling me your character appealed to me because I thought you spoke to my people. And that's gay and lesbian, that's Jewish, that's immigrants, everybody. I even had in the early years, it was like one of the first conventions I ever did. This very old woman came up, and all she did was raise up her shirt sleeve and show me the numbers tattooed on her arm and say, this is why your character meant something to me. Oh. And so it was like, it doesn't matter. Anyone who doesn't fit in, anyone who's persecuted, that's who the character spoke to.
Wow. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Josh, we have another question from Facebook.
Yeah, from Chris Dale. He asks, out of all the
Chris! I love Chris. Okay.
Out of all the
Sorry.
TV and film that you've done, what do you think deserves more love? As in, what's underrated? What should be what should people give a look to?
You know what? The first season of Dark Angel, the Jessica Alba series. I'm not saying the second series. I'm saying the first season. I thought it was a really, really interesting show. Now, I have to look back at it to see if it's dated or not. Because I just recently started watching the show. My husband of 15 years had never seen the series and went to the New York convention with me. And after sitting with me and hearing people respond to the show and what they had to say, he said, you know what? It's time I watch the show. So we watched Deep Space Nine together. We started binge watching, and it really isn't dated. But I'm saying that with a caveat. I'm not sure Dark Angel is dated, but I remember thinking the show really was interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that was underrated. And then they messed it up. There you go.
What did they? I started watching Dark Angel back in the day, and I didn't stick with it. But what did they do? 2 seasons? Is that what they did?
They did 2 seasons. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Actually, Francis, why don't you throw in on your own question?
All right. So here's a question. No, you had a YouTube video, or I guess like a series under the name Kitchen Witches.
Yes.
Whatever happened to that? Why did you?
Well, you know what? That was an insane weekend that my sister came out. My sister Zan came out to New Mexico. I was living in New Mexico doing this series Wildfire. And after the series shut down, we loved New Mexico so much we thought we're never leaving here. But we did. We're back in New York, my husband and I. Of course, you have to make a living. But she came out for, I think maybe it was 3 or 4 days. And we just pumped out these videos and had the best time. And it literally was the way it was between us from the time we were little girls. And we both loved to cook, so it was like a natural. But then I got to New York and I have no kitchen and she's got no kitchen. And we looked around and it was like, can we do this? But no, we didn't have the big New Mexico kitchen anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
In the chat, Dakura Central says, I asked for the guacamole recipe that started that.
No.
Oh.
Cool. Did you do some guacamole on that?
I sure did. And I know who that is. And I'm sending them a kiss.
Nice. Yes, that's so amazed when she posted it, is what that Core Central just said. Let's see, Josh. We got another question from Facebook.
Scott Clement. He asks, what was it like working with Sam Jones back on The Spirit?
Sam Jones, when I did The Spirit with him, was the most remarkably gorgeous human being you could ever see. I mean, you see it a little bit on screen, but not like you did in person. It was kind of crazy. It was like he glowed, for God's sakes, and so sweet. He was so sweet. He was a very sweet human being as well. And it was easy. It was fun. I mean, he's a pro and always was. And we did a table read of Ted 2. And I couldn't believe it. We hadn't seen each other in how many years was it? At least 30, something like that. And right away he was like, Nana. I couldn't believe he remembered me. It was so sweet.
That's awesome.
Nice. Well, he's no Jedzia Dax in looks, but he's all right.
Yeah. See, it's better, Jeff. Just come out. Come clean with it. It'll feel so good.
Oh, no, I will deny that. Yes, I think she's one of the most attractive people on Star Trek. Absolutely, I will not deny that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will say about DS9 though. I think out of maybe all the Star Trek series, I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, it is my favorite. But I do think actually all the characters, but also all the female characters, were very, very real and well-rounded, which you don't always see on TV and film. So that I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's true. We actually had lives other than what men were saying about us, or if men were asking us out.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Francis, what else do you got or we got from Facebook?
All right, we got Rachel Marshall over here. She asks, what intrigued you about to play Kira? What about her character got your attention, and how did you prepare for the role?
Well, like I said, I couldn't tell if she was male or female. I just knew that she was very, they said Bajoran women are really aggressive. And I loved that too. And I remember I went out and got a pair of combat boots and just like a dull green shift. And I went, and the minute I put those two things on, I was Major Kira, and that was it. That was it. I found her so quickly. It was ridiculous.
You're made for the role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey Francis, you got any other your other questions of your own?
Yeah. To ask? So you've done web series, you've done voiceovers, and of course television and movies. Have you ever thought about creating or directing a show or online series of your own?
Not series. I've written a play, and I'm developing a series, but not for me. And these things, you never know if they go or not. It's just really a pitch. But I am doing a pitch for a series. So I do think about that. And I'm currently writing a screenplay with a screenwriter in LA.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully it makes it. I mean, we look forward to seeing whatever it is that you guys are making then.
Thanks. Yeah. I hope you do see it.
Thank you, folks. We got people tweeting and chatting away here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you doing all that live. Let's see here. All right. We have, so the aforementioned Bunny sent a question through Facebook. So she asked, do you prefer comedy or tragedy? And what she meant by that is two things in terms of starring in something, comedy or tragedy, and also like watching it.
I prefer to watch comedy, and I prefer to do tragedy. Comedy is really tough to perform, really hard to get right. And it takes a lot of energy. Even if it's not amped up energy, it takes a lot of energy. So yeah, I prefer tragedy.
All right, got it. Although, you know what, I do love about Star Trek series, and DS9 does very well, even though it's obviously dramatic, and there were sci-fi space battles and stuff. I thought, for me personally, there are some like hilarious moments in that show.
And that's so truthful of life, even in serious moments, these ridiculous things happen. And that's true. And I like that too. I think that's so truthful.
Right. Like just came to my mind. I think it's the episode where that Worf gets introduced to the show, and you and Jadzia are coming out with like the hats on for the medieval times, right? And that's just hilarious to me. It's so preposterous.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. What else we got? So our buddy Scorpio sent this in at Facebook. He actually had a few different questions. I'll ask you this one. He says, if you had Odo's shape-shifting abilities, what would you spend the most time as?
What a good question. That is a wild question. Yeah. You know what? And this is right off the top of my head, so don't analyze it because it could be weird. But I would like to be a swimming pool because I know what it's like to be in the water, but I don't know what it's like to hold the water.
Interesting.
I'd like to hold the water. Yeah. I'm telling you, do not, Francis, do not analyze that.
There's somebody's psychoanalyzation, I'm sure we can do that.
Oh, God. I can hear Bunny writing right now. She's writing something to tell me that's hideous.
She did ask earlier what she should put on her fan pages, so I guess now she can put that on there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Analyze this.
Now, wait, but you want to you want to be the pool, not the water, but the pool itself?
No, like the fiberglass thing that holds the water, right?
Okay.
That, yeah,
Okay.
All right.
yeah.
The vessel, yes.
The vessel. Oh, see, now already you took it there. Now it's getting all weird. Josh,
Sorry.
that's just
I'm
what I
sorry.
didn't want. Oh, God. There it goes. There it goes.
Carrie says, though, if you do that, you got to beware kitties and pee.
Oh, jeez.
That's right. That's true. That's so true. Children peeing in the water. Yeah, but I could hold that too. I've been a mother. I mean, that's okay. Yeah.
Yes, Mark says, writing a notebook. I guess, yes, he's making some analysis of this.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, yes, excellent question, Scorpio. Or he had one other one I'll throw in the new too. He says, if you could open a staple wormhole to anywhere, where would it be? It's very intriguing as well.
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus.
Why not?
Is that wrong? That's wrong for Super Geeked Out, right? That is not the question.
Nothing's wrong.
Who wouldn't want a portal there? Or, yeah, a wormhole there. I can't imagine anyone not wanting that. So.
Yeah,
all right, this is going to make me sound probably dumb. But what is Neiman Marcus? Is it a department store? Like what is it?
That is such a geek question. It's unbelievable. You should get the geek crown now.
Thank you. Thank you. I will probably wear it.
No, it's a department store. Is it like a high-end? Oh, yeah. It's an overpriced. I mean, people call it needless markup because it's really, really expensive and it's probably seen its day, but I don't care. I still love it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, you can get a white T-shirt for $200 there. Plain white T-shirt. That's all.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So there you go.
I can't wait to go.
Yeah. It's a nice place.
I'll keep stopping. I'll keep shopping. That's Target. Thank you.
I like Target too. Actually, they have great clothes.
They actually do have good clothes. Yeah.
They do. They do.
Decor Central says she has shares in the shoe department there. That's what you're mentioning, I guess. And Victor says that's a great deal. That shirt you mentioned.
Oh.
All right, let's see here. What before we move on, any you guys, or do you want to slip in any other questions you had?
Me? Yeah, you've done voice work for Family Guy. Have you ever thought of doing voice work for like a video game?
I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you did.
Sometimes I go into these booths and I'm not sure what it is I'm doing, but I'm pretty sure that I've done a Deep Space Nine video game, and it was fun. I died in I had to die in maybe 20 different ways, drowning, choking, garroted. Is it garroted or garroted? Yeah. Garroted. And do the sounds for each death, which, gets pretty hilarious at a late hour.
Sure. What was your favorite sound of death?
I think falling off a mountain was my favorite. That was fun because you have to kind of do the far away thing that happens. Or anyway, I did. Maybe they could have done it for me, but I did it and it was fun.
Very cool.
I'm sure it was much more fun doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do a game again in a second. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. In the live chat, Carrie Johnson says, I know it's impossible to marry a TV character, but I'm proposing to Colonel Kira here and now before God and country # bended knee. All right. Well, Odo might get a little mad about that, I think, but. Okay.
I love that. A proposal for Major Kira. Yes. I like that. Good on her.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for all the questions, for sending it in, for tweeting along, Facebook, all that good stuff. All right, so we got some other stuff coming up. Let's do some geeked up news. before we do that, actually, let me mention, folks, again, if you are new to our show, we have a Patreon page. And if you don't know what that is, that's a way where people can support different artists, whatever. They do all different kind of things. In our case, the weekly videos we do. We actually have a couple other shows besides this we do every week. You can find it on our website, supergeekedup.com. And so it's a way to make a pledge of any amount you would like per month. If you would like to help us out at all, if you dig what we're doing, that would be great. You go to supergeekedup.com. There's a link right on the homepage to do that. And we really appreciate everybody who is already supporting us. Thank you very much. All right, guys, you ready for some news?
I'm ready.
Oh my God, that was really, wow, that was quite a voice.
Yeah.
A little scared now.
Actually trying to clear my voice, but there you go.
All right, and then we got another geek tweet, and we're gonna play another game with Nana. First news is there are, so I'm a big fan of Lost Boys, vampire movie from the 80s. That and Charm, they're both getting reboots, though that's actually been pushed till around next year now. And I never got into Charmed, so here's the interesting thing. Charmed is going to be a reimagining of the series in 1976, which is interesting. Lost Boys, I find very interesting. It's going to, if it goes according to plan, it's going to take place over 7 seasons, and each season will be a different decade, starting with the 1960s. So the vampires, I guess, would say the same, but the characters, the human characters, would be different every season, every decade.
Kind of like what is it? American Horror Story, sort of. Yes.
Yeah, I don't watch that, but that is what they do more or less, right? They change casts.
They change cast every season. Look, no Kiefer Sutherland. I don't know.
Maybe he'll make a cameo.
Oh, maybe. Look, yeah. As long as he makes a cameo in the show, I'm fine with that. I think. I mean, I don't know why we need to have these rebooted, but it's all good to me.
All right, I'll agree with you. I'm usually not. I think there are way too many reboots. I totally agree with that. But I don't know. For some reason, Lost Boys, I actually would watch. I'm excited. I got excited for that.
It was just like a decade ago. I don't think enough time has passed for that show to get a reboot.
Oh, Charmed, yeah. Charmed hasn't been that long.
Charmed is pretty recent, so I'm a little surprised that they're doing that again. But look, we need more genre TV, I guess. It's all right.
Can I ask you a question? I want to ask
absolutely.
You guys your opinion of the new Star Trek show coming up.
Oh, Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, I'm excited. Not happy about the deployment method, but
Yeah,
the deployment's the kind of the
that's the hurdle.
Thorn in the side there.
You mean that's on CBS All Access? You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I already know for everything else. I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I mean the problem with, I am excited because I'm, and I hope that it gets back to like what the other Star Trek series did, which I think is really intelligent science fiction with awesome characters and character relationships, which I think the movie reboots have been lacking. So I am excited. You're right. I think what I've said about this, since you have to pay for it, to watch it, I think that show does not have the time that a lot of sci-fi shows need to get good. Like usually sci-fi shows, I'll give it a lot of time. So take Next Generation, which I love as well. But oh my God, I thought the first season was atrocious of that show. I'll say this because it's probably my second favorite one after DS9. Like I love that show; it's amazing. But man, that had a rocky start, and that's fine. Shows need that. But this show, like I don't think it can have that rocky start because people are just not going to keep paying. I feel.
Yeah, I mean the overseas people are lucky because they get it on Netflix, I guess, or something like that.
Oh shit, I think you're right.
Yeah, so they get it like right off the bat after it shows. But yeah, I mean, I want to see it. I want to see it. I miss Star Trek. I miss the show. I'm actually rewatching like all the series, in chronological order right now because I miss it so much.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, like,
what do you? I'm just curious to hear what you think. Like, what do you think of the new series? And have you seen the movies? Like, what do you think of how Star Trek is right now?
I have seen the movies. Some of them I like better. I think I like the earlier ones better. I think they're trying to jump a genre and become action adventure a little bit too much. And I think what you said, Jeff, that they lack just a little bit in the relationship and the 12-inch journey, every journey, the 12-inch journey from head to heart. I want to see more of that. but I find them enjoyable. That's for sure. The first one I thought was really, really good. And I don't know anything about this series coming up. I really don't. I don't know the players. I don't know what they've got planned or anything. So I'm really curious to see it.
They haven't released a ton of details. I mean, it takes place a little before the original Shrek.
Yeah.
Not too much before, a little before that. I can tell you, I'm excited that Michelle Yeoh is in it. That's awesome because I'm a big fan of hers. I keep forgetting who, but one of the actresses from The Walking Dead is the lead.
Yeah.
In it, and
Michelle Yeoh is a great choice.
Yeah, like she's gonna play. Choice. They say some captain. I don't think necessarily the captain of the main ship. I don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know. There's I wish they would release a little bit more information. To be honest,
right?
She's a captain of another. Yeah, but she's actually not a captain of the main ship.
Right, of another ship. Right, that's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
But I guess the thing is, it keeps getting, of course, pushed. So,
and as well, but it's an anthology series, so it's the next season's not going to be the same crew. Which means,
wait, I didn't know. I actually didn't know that. Really?
That's what they were saying. Yeah, it's going to be an anthology. So it's going to be this first season's going to be the 10 years before the original series, and then who knows after that. Hopefully, it's.
I don't know if I like that.
Wow.
I mean, that's
plan so.
That's the reason I love DS9 and those shows so much is because you really get to invest in those characters through that 7 years.
Yeah.
Trying something new with this. I don't know how well it will go, but that's right now, from what I've read, that's what they're trying to do. And if they go into the future, if they go past the timeline of Voyager, DS9, things like that, Nana, you might have to make a cameo.
I might have to. I just may have to.
We'd like to see.
By the way, in the chat, they're reminding me. Yes, Doug Jones is in. He's been on our show actually. Doug Jones is awesome, so that's cool that he's in it as well. But yeah, dude, I totally think I would love to see Kira in that. Working some of the other kids.
I don't see why not.
That would be cool.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our next. What do we got here? Francis, Black Lightning.
All right, yes, Black Lightning. Looks like the never sleeping Greg Berlanti is going to go ahead and try to start a pilot called Black Lightning, an African American superhero for the CW to kind of fill out their ever-growing roster of superheroes. I think they have one for every day of the week, and this would make, I think, the 5th series. So make literally one for every day that's on a weekend. Right now, they're not going to. They're I guess looking to do it in the next year or so, but currently not out for this upcoming season or the next season. So it looks like maybe
they got the pilot. They got the pilot order, which means if they pick it up, it would be next season.
Yeah, it'll be definitely for next season. But I mean, look, diversity in the cast, getting a character that will definitely, it's just nice to get an actual kind of comic book universe with some decent DC characters, not like those movies, they actually have some pretty good characters that I actually enjoy watching. So I'm excited. I'd love to see this. I'd love to see just CW turn into the DCW and just become the ever-growing comic book TV network. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about what do you guys think?
Wait, did you say? Sorry, I was chatting with someone in the chat. Did you say you don't like that there's so many superhero shows, or you do?
No, I love it. I love it. I want the CW to become just the DCW.
Okay.
The entire comic book network, and that's all. I mean,
nice.
Yeah. They have Riverdale. I mean, they have all sorts of comic book art.
Don't mention that again, please. But all the other ones, yes, I'm loving, like Flash and Arrow and Supergirl.
Yeah, no, those are great.
All good stuff.
No, I'm totally
all for it.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're actually, folks, and Mark's is in the chat. We've been talking about starting an actually DC CW show on our channel. We might do that soon, actually, to talk about each week's episode. So you might see that soon.
Totally, you should do it.
Nana, do you watch any of the superhero type stuff, movies or TV?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I really don't watch
That's totally fine.
It takes up a lot of your life. It's a good thing that you don't watch it.
There is so much television that I watch and binge, and it's endless. And just to keep up with the regular movies, the movies that that go to award shows. It's endless.
Oh yeah.
It's endless.
Too much choice. Too much.
Yeah.
Choice.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Josh, we have our last news item, also in the superhero realm.
Apparently, yeah. There's a thing called Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, I don't think, I guess Josh is not didn't read Cloak and Dagger like I did back in the day.
No, don't know anything about what Cloak and Dagger is. Apparently, it's coming to TV though.
It's coming to Freeform, formerly ABC Family. Yeah. So Cloak and Dagger is a Marvel series. The characters got introduced in one of the Spider-Man comics in the 80s, and they got their own run. They're two teenagers. Cloak he wears a big cloak, and he can like engulf people into darkness, basically. And Dagger shoots these like light beam daggers, basically, at people. Dagger's made of light.
Okay.
Yeah. So get the name.
Okay.
Yeah, more comic book TV. I am down with that. So. Bring it on. Even though Marvel's not so.
Marvel kind of sucks at doing TV.
Well, but
I'll be a little lighter on that. But sure.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that.
I mean, I'm totally with all the DC shows you're at TV, but a lot of people obviously will the Netflix Marvel shows they think are fantastic. So they will point to those.
Knocking out of the park with the Netflix shows for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I like Agents.
Which is real
good. Still fun.
All right, cool. So plenty of superhero stuff coming, folks. Yeah, that's not going anywhere soon.
Jeff, what would be your superhero power if you had one?
Ooh.
Such a great question.
So we've all right. Well, if I was being serious, because we've talked about this in the show before, Spider-Man has always been my favorite. So I've always wanted Spidey sense, like the ability to sense danger around me. Because in my daily life, of course, there's all these people trying to attack me. Apparently, I feel, but not really.
All sides.
Did you need Spidey sense when you invited me on the show, Jeff?
Well, I didn't think you were like hiding in my closet about to jump and attack me. But it's like, oh no, here she is. All right.
Good one. That's a good power. Yeah, I like that.
Thanks. What about you? If you had a superpower?
Oh, the ability to become invisible for sure.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be great. So useful.
You'll hear her poking fun at you, and you won't know where it's coming from.
That's exactly right. I will be in that closet.
Yeah. In Sam Jones's closet. All right. Let's we got one more geek tweet question to get to. Josh, what's that?
Who is your favorite female character in the sci-fi realm?
By the way, hang on, let me share some comments here. Dakar Central says Nana is owning the guys. All right, I won't dispute that.
Yeah.
And then Tammy Anderson said to what I was saying about people out to get me, it's not paranoia if someone is really out to get you. And then Major Hansel says Nana's already a pro lurker on Twitter. She doesn't need to be invisible.
There you go.
All right. We got some funny people here in the chat. All right, Josh? What is this? Your favorite sci-fi female character?
Your favorite female sci-fi character?
Nah. What do you got?
Oh, shoot! I can't remember the name of the movie. Wait, what was it? It was okay. Oh, this is going to take a long time. This is going to be like a game in itself.
All right, we're ready to play.
Sigourney Weaver played her.
Oh,
Alien.
Ripley?
Thank you. Thank you.
That
Ripley.
Pretty quick.
That was an easy game.
Phew.
You just had
1,000 points for everybody.
Yeah, Ripley for sure.
Oh, there you go. Like it.
All right. Yeah, that was a great choice. Dazzles, by the way, just tweeted in, curious what it was like playing Mirror Kira against normal Kira. Yeah, actually, I asked her that in an interview I did, and it's actually on our site right now. So after this, you can go watch the YouTube video, and she answers that question. Awesome.
Cool. Wow.
Selfless plug.
Yeah. Hey, man, come on. Gotta get the views up. All right. All right. Let's see here. Francis, what's your answer to this question?
I am so this is weird because I'm a Doctor Who fan, huge Doctor Who fan. So I would actually go for one of the companions, probably, or actually, in the latest series there was an evil character who used to be called the Master, who turned into a woman. He regenerated into a woman named Missy, and she's just so great at being evil and like mean and bad and everything that I don't know. I just that's something that I'm totally cool with. I like that really. You don't really
like the bad girls.
What? Yes, you got me. No, seriously. Like you don't really get to see a lot of female antagonist. Like you can tell it very often, and to see this kind of really well thought out and created character, it's like, oh, it's pretty cool. And she's a great nemesis a great foil to the Doctor. So huge.
Cool, good answer, man. On Twitter, Hunter's Realm says his favorite is a tie between Kira, very nice, and Wilma Deering from Buck Rogers. Nice classic reference there.
There you go.
Love that.
Yeah. Josh, what do you got as your answer?
I struggle with this one a little bit, but Rey from Star Wars.
Force Awakens?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I will join you in that in the original Star Wars and say Princess Leia is my favorite.
Mm.
With a shout out also to Sarah Connor from Terminator, who I think is awesome as well.
Yes.
Good call. Good call.
There's 3 people versions of her.
No. There's one version.
Oh, all right. One and only.
Yeah. Linda Hamilton. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Let's see here. I'm just looking at the chat here. Who we got here? Zoe Washburn is what Tam Anderson says to answer this question. And Canuck Facto, Sarah Jane Smith from Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. She's great. Had her own show. Spin-off.
Yeah. So wait, what? She had her own show, really?
Yeah, she had her own show.
What was it called?
Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, yes, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was one of the companions, so very cool. All right. So here we go. Here's our last game of the evening, folks. This is actually a great one for you guys to play along if you're watching live. This is called Real Plot or Not.
Oh, God.
So what I'm going to do for Nana, Francis, and Josh, I have 5 sci-fi movie titles and log lines. I will read one at a time. Some of them are real movies. Some of them I have made up. All of them sound ridiculous. And it's their jobs to figure out if the movie is real or fake. All right?
All right.
Then we'll kind of keep score and see who can get the most correct. And you'll be the winner.
This
all right.
Sci-Fi channel.
And then, yes, in the chat, please feel free to guess along as we're doing this. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, cool. Here we go. Here is the first. Oh, here's one thing I got to add to you folks. You're judging it based on the titles alone. The log lines I'm going to read just for fun, but I have made up all the log lines. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
the titles are what you're doing.
Okay.
Some of the titles are real, some are fake.
All right.
Here we go. The first movie is Typhoonosaurus. Logline: they've survived 4 Sharknadoes, but can they withstand a typhoon of dinosaurs? Real or fake?
I'm going to go fake on that one. Typhoonosaurus.
Okay, Josh?
Yeah, I'll go fake as well.
Nana?
I'm going to go real.
Ooh.
All right. So that movie is fake. I made it up. However, it should be the next Sci-Fi Network movie.
Yeah, totally. I'd watch that.
I think you have a pitch there.
I know, right?
And I actually have pitched Sci-Fi before, so I should probably pitch that to them.
I think so.
All right. So that's 2 points for the dudes here, or 1 point each. Okay, here's the next movie. Sorry. I have a hard time reading some of these. And that doesn't mean they're real or fake. They're so ridiculous. Space Werewolves, The Final Frontier.
God.
boldly going where no half man, half wolf, full moon loving creatures have gone before.
I want it to be real.
After that, after hearing that, I want it to be real.
I want it to be real. I'm saying real.
You're saying fake? All right, Josh?
I'm saying real.
Oh, you're saying real? Okay,
Yeah.
Josh. Yeah.
Real as well, just because it has to be.
It has to be.
Okay, no.
I'm saying fake.
All right, by the way, Mark's, I'm not sure which one he said, but he says fake, but I want to make it. Okay. All right, so no, you said fake?
Yes.
You are correct.
Finally. Okay.
Yeah, so you tied it up. However, I will say, if you're for Disney Channel fans out there, in the show Liv and Maddie, they have a fictional movie called Space Werewolves, but it's still a fake movie. Yeah. All right, here's the next one. Jersey Shore shark attack. The cast of Jersey Shore gets eaten by sharks. Best day ever.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking.
I mean, it would be.
So what do you say, Francis?
I'm saying real. I say real.
Sorry, you say real? Yeah. Okay, Josh?
Fake, unfortunately.
No.
Fake.
Okay, so Francis, you were the only real, right?
Yes.
Okay. Guess what, folks? That's actually a real movie, 2012. It came out.
What?
Oh, wow. Did they get the actual cast from the Jersey Shore?
No, they did not. They got people who looked like the cast of.
Did they get a real shark?
Yes, and it actually ate someone. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, they got actors to pretend that they were reality stars that were in a. It's just mind-boggling. I'm so disturbed. I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm going to bed soon, you know.
Yeah.
This is bad.
It's more disturbing than wanting to be a pool or something, right?
Right.
Don't bring that up again, for God's sakes.
All right. So what do we got here? Francis is up. He's got, 2 points, right? And you guys got 1. Okay. Keep track of that. All right. Here we go. We got 2 more to go. Next one. Teenage caveman. Just a typical day fighting saber-toothed tigers, doing homework on cave walls, and dealing with raging hormones over half-naked teenage cave girls.
Wasn't this called Encino Man?
That's a classic Pauly Shore movie, man. Come on.
Yeah. Well,
Caveman. What do you think?
Pauly Shore movie. Yeah, I say fake.
Josh.
Fake as well.
Nah.
I say real.
That's real. 2002.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds.
Yeah. Watch out, Francis. I'm gunning for you.
Yeah. All right.
It's 2-2, I think, right? You guys are tied, and Josh has 1.
Yep.
All right. Well, Josh, you can still tie.
I could, maybe. Possibly. We'll see.
This is the last. Excuse me. This is the last one. Vampire space pirates coming to a nearby galaxy to plunder your booty.
You had fun with that line, didn't you? You had fun with that one.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to say real.
Okay, Josh.
Real as well.
Yeah, I have to say real.
Well, you're all wrong. It's fake. I made it up.
Oh. This is us all wishful thinking again. Wow.
I know. So, hey, it's a tie between Nana and Francis. There you go. Good job, guys.
Yay!
Josh, I'm sorry. You lost.
Well, I mean, I'm used to it.
Oh.
Oh, gosh, no.
All right, cheer Josh up in the chat, folks.
No, I'm kidding. That was for the laugh.
All right, very good. All right, cool. Thank you. So a lot of people were playing along there in the live chat while we did that. Excellent job, guys. You can tell me how many you got right there. All right, so that's our last segment. Before we get on out of here, I mentioned a couple of things. So first off, huge thanks to Nana. Thank you so much for being on our show.
You're so welcome. It was fun to be with you guys. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you were super fun. So again, tell people again, what's the name of the film you got coming up that you're shooting?
It's called A Bread Factory by the director-writer Patrick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So look for that. So, and do you know, are they releasing the film, like both films, like back to back, or are they putting a gap? Or you're not sure?
I have no idea how that's going to work. None whatsoever.
All right. Well, look for probably in the next year or two, folks. Though you can look for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm sure a lot of you are already following her, but Nana Visitor, so just her name is her Twitter handle. You can follow her over there and tweet away. Francis and Josh, where can they find you?
Well, we're a part of the Points of Interest Podcast Network, poipodcast.com, where you can find such shows as Conventional Wisdom, where we had Jeff on as a guest last month. So that was a lot of fun. We talking about conventions and kind of the stuff that we do at the conventions and stuff like that. So go check it out, poipodcast.com.
All right. And what are your, by the way, in the chat, Chris says, oh, you're a winner, Josh. There you go, Josh.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're a winner in our heart.
Awesome. And you can check out, of course, us out at Super Geeked Up. Supergeekedup.com is our website where you can get all our stuff. We do a couple other shows. We do a Dungeons and Dragons show on Mondays and a Star Wars show on Saturdays. Also, folks, since most of you are probably Star Trek fans who are watching this, our buddy Marks, who is watching, there's a new role-playing game out called Star Trek Adventures, which is actually set about around the time of third season of DS9. And we actually it's in beta testing right now. We got to play it, though, and we streamed it. So it's on our homepage. You can check that out. We got some fun playing Star Trek characters. And last thing for me is I also do a show called Super Knocked Up. That's a comedy about a supervillain who gets pregnant by her superhero nemesis. We did 2 seasons of that, and it's actually just recently went up on Amazon. So if anybody's watching, you can do me a huge favor. They're very short episodes, about 5-10 minutes long each. And if you go over to Amazon, give it a watch. The link is right on the homepage of our site. That would help us out a lot. And possibly do more episodes. So thank you guys so much. Thank everybody who watched live tonight. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for tweeting in or commenting in the live chat. Thank you for supporting Nana and our show. We do this every week on Wednesday, so we hope to see you back here. And thank you again, Nana. Thank you very much. Been awesome.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
And thank you, everybody. We will see you. Actually, Francis and Josh will be back. They're also going to co-host next week as well. So you get to see.
Got us.
Yeah, yep. you get to see their lovely faces again. Next Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern. We hope to see you then. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next week. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Bye.